Welcome to the new video of Rhythm Blueprint. In this video, I will teach you my one of favorite scalp strategy which really has a high win rate. So let's get into the video without wasting any time. First of all, if you don't know about trading kill zone, then you can take a screenshot of it and can save it. We mainly will focus on these two sessions, London sessions and New York session. Now let's talk about how we will frame the setup. First of all, we must have a clear bias and enough liquidity, and during London kill zone we need to see a power of 3 where Asian high or low will be taken out, and after that we will wait for the market structure shift and then we can enter in our position. This is a visual depiction of a bearish example. First of all, we need to see a consolidation in the Asian session, and then we will look for the manipulation in London session toward our higher time frame bearish PD array, and after that we will wait for the market structure shift, and at any fair value gap we can look for the entry and we will target these lows. But before the New York session, if the draw of liquidity is not hit, then we can look for a new entry. After the stop hunt or tap on any bearish PD array, we can look for a new entry in New York session and the target will be same. This is a visual depiction of a bullish example. Let's should create a range in Asian session and tap on any higher time frame bullish PD array, and then we will wait for the market structure shift in lower time frame, and after that at any fair value gap we can look for the entry. Target will be these highs, but if the target is not met before New York session, then we can look for new entry. We will look for a stop hunt or market should tap at any bullish PTA, then we will wait for the market structure shift, and after that at any fair value gap we will look for the entry and the target will be same. Now let's have some real chart examples for the better understanding of this concept. First of all, let me remind you how the model will work. In Asian session we will wait for price to consolidate, and in the London session we will wait for the manipulation in the market. After that we will wait for market structure shift, and then we can enter in our position at any fair value gap, and we can target these highs or draw liquidity. So this is the simple model. Now let's have some real chart examples. Now we will wait for market to create a range in Asian session, and then we will look for our entry in London session. So it is our Asian range. Now we will wait for market to manipulate in the upside or downside according to our bias. So let's go in higher time frame first. This is our higher time frame chart, which is one over here. So here we have a fair value gap in premium range. We also have some up close candles here. If price fill this fair value gap or hit our up close candles in London session, we will look for the short positions. Now let's go in 5-minute chart and look for the entry. London session will be open at 2 AM Eastern. Now we will look for the manipulation in the market toward our higher time frame PTA. Market hit our higher time frame PTA. Now we will look for the market structure shift in a 5-minute chart, and then we can enter at any fair value gap in our position. Here we have a market structure shift and we can enter at this fair value gap. We can enter here. We will put our stop loss above this range high because market can also fill these fair value gaps. We have fair value gap all the way here, so the safer stop loss will be above the range high. Our main target will be this low, and we can take partial at this Asian range low. We fill our entry here and hit our target. You can see how price respect our fair value gap and hit our draw of liquidity. Now we will look for a new setup on next day. This is our Asian range, this is the high of the range, and this is low of the range. Now we will wait for the London session to manipulate, and then we can look for our entry. Let's check this in higher time frame, which is 1 hour. We can see price hitting this up close candle. As I told you in my previous video that in a bearish market, up close candle will support price to go lower. So now we're expecting price to go lower. Let's go in 5-minute chart. Let's create a range in Asian session, give us a manipulation in London session, and tap on a higher time frame PTA. All the rules met here. Now we will wait for the market structure shift, and then we can enter at any fair value gap or any order block. We can enter here at these up close candles and we will target these lows. You can see how price move from our entry toward our target. Let's create a range in Asian session, give us a manipulation in London session, hit our higher time frame PTA. We wait for the market structure shift, and then we can enter at any fair value gap or any order block. Target will be Asian range low or any swing low if we have. Now let's move on next day and we look for new setup. Asian session start from here and ends here. It is the high of Asian session and it is the low of Asian session. Now we will wait for London session to open, and then we look for new entries. London session open now at 2 AM Eastern. Now let's go in 1 hour chart. We don't have any higher time frame PTA here. Like disrespecting these down close candles, momentum is changing to bullish. So now we are not looking for any setup here. In 1 hour chart, price hitting this bullish order block. As I told you, in a bullish market, down close candle will support price to go higher. The price hitting this level and going upside. We can expect that price can take this liquidity very soon. Let's check this in 5-minute chart. Let's see if we can find any entry here. Our target is this high. For now, market is taking a spot at this breaker. I think we missed this entry. Target is this high. This is a 1-minute chart. We have a fair value gap here deep in the discount, and I think price taking spot here. So we can go for a long here, go below this, and our target will be this range high. Let's try this. Price hit our higher time frame target. You see how I align the time? First price hit this higher time frame PDA day. We go in 5-minute chart. Price give us a market structure shift. Price took a spot on this breaker and then move upside. We go in 1-minute chart, and on pullback we find our entry and hit our target. If you know what is your draft liquidity, then there is a lot of ways to enter the trades. I will make more videos on how you can enter the trades in multiple ways. So for now, just understand this model. Let's have some more examples so you can understand the concept deeply. Asian range start from here and ends here. It is the high of the thing and it is the low of this range. We will wait for the London Open, which is 2 AM Eastern. London session will open here and we will wait for the manipulation. London session open here. Now we will wait for the manipulation. Let's move on higher time frame, which is 1 hour. We have a bullish fair value gap here. If I see this PDA in London session, we can look for a long entry toward this high. Now let's move in 5-minute chart. Let's hit that level. Now we are waiting for the market structure shift and then we can enter the no trade. We have a market structure shift here and this down close candle will support price to go higher. We can enter the no position at this down close candle or the stop loss below this wick, and the target will be this range high. Our main target will be this high and we can take partial at this high. If risk reward ratio is good, then you can take all your profit at Asian range high. Price took the Asian high and also took this swing high. Now let's move on next day to find a new entity. Asian range start from here and ends here. It is the high of the ring and it is the low of the ring. And in London session we will wait for the manipulation in the market and then we can enter in opposition. Let's wait for London Open now. Let's give us a sharp move to upside. Here we have a fair value gap. If price hit that level, we can look for short position. We also have a up close candle here. If price fail this level, then we can look for short at this level. This is a 5-minute chart. Price failed this fair value gap. Price did not hit this higher time frame PTA and the London session ends here. So today there is no trade. Let's move on next day. Asian session start here and ends here. This is the high of Asian session and it is the low of Asian session. Now we will wait for London Open. London session opens at 2 AM. Now we will wait for the manipulation to upside or downside. It gives us a manipulation in downside. Let's go in higher time frame and look for the PDA day. There's not any bullish PDA day, but here we have a bearish PDA day. Price hit our previous day bearish order block and give us a good reaction. Now this up close candle can support price to go lower. So for now we can expect a downside move, but if price give us a manipulation above the Asian highs, then we can look for our entry according to this setup like this. For now let's move in 5-minute chart. Price took out the Asian low, failed this bearish fair value gap, and now price can take a spot here and can take this Asian high. We can look for long position here, go below this low, and target will be this Asian high. It can be a risky trade because we don't have any higher time frame PTA, so we will take half risk here. Let's look for the Asian high and hit our higher time frame PTA. Our higher time frame is also bearish and price also taking this Asian high. Now we can look for our setup. We will wait for market structure shift. Here we have a market structure shift. Now we can wait for market to create a fair value gap and then we can enter. We can also take entry at these up close candles. Let's create bearish fair value gap here. We can put our limit here above this range high. Our scalp target will be this low, but our higher time frame target will be this liquidity. Higher time frame is bearish, but I see the jacking from this up close candle, and now price took the Asian high. So for now we are expecting price to hit this level. We will take partial here, and main target will be this low. We can open two position. First position target will be this range low. Secondary target will be this Asian range low. We are expecting price to fill down limit and then go down. Price fill our short limits, and now we are expecting down move. First we will take partial at this Asian low and final target will be this thing low. Let's talk about the higher time frame liquidity also. This is how the model works. Let's create a range in Asian session, give us a manipulation move in London session, wait for a market structure shift, and then we can enter in our trade at any fair value gap and we'll target the Asian range high and the liquidity which we have. Let's move on next day and it will be our last trade example. It is the low of Asian range and it is the high of Asian range. Now we will wait for London session to open. Let's check this in 1 hour chart. I don't think we have anything here. We still have these up close candles here. Let's took out all this liquidity and now let's can reverse from these up close candles. Let's go in 5-minute chart and check it. Let's hit our higher time frame bearish period. Now if let's give us a true market structure shift, then we can enter in our position. Price closed here. We have bearish fair value gaps here. If price hit that level, we can look for a short position. Target will be this then low. Price filled our limit. And we have one more structure shift here. Let's create one more bearish fair value gap here. So if you missed first entry, then you can enter on this fair value gap also. So will be this range high and the target will be same. This time this will be low. You see how price moves. Data range in Asian session, manipulation in London session, give us a market structure shift, hit any bearish fair value gap, we enter and target will be Asian range low. So simple this is. It is all for this lecture. If you want to see me applying these concepts in the real market before the move happen, you can join our free Telegram channel. The link is in the description.